Wala. No. So I can give it to the next. Para mapag-aralan. Nasobrang kasi tayo sa politika eh. Anyway, so may I request the chairperson to put forward their questions first. Then we will go to the list of interpellators given by the committee secretary. Chair Brion? None?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Chair Dago.
I'm sorry that I did not manifest this a while ago. We have escaped the national irrigation. I have a lot of concerns on the national irrigation. If you are aware, for 2 consecutive fiscal year, I've been interpolating on the budget of national irrigation. May I personally request, Mr. Chair, that the documents required by the committee, particularly on the irrigated rice lands, the areas reported by the NIA as already irrigated, my office will be provided with that because I have a continuing concerns with the National Irrigation Administration reporting misleading data. So, kaya nalilito tayo, ilan ba talagang hectares yung irrigated natin? This is very relevant in food security. Most importantly, yung rice. In our case in Dinagat, I keep on reiterating this. They keep on committing something which they did not fulfill for the last 2 consecutive fiscal year. Kaya paulit-ulit akong nagtatanong sa kanila. Ito ayusin namin, itong mga irrigation natin. They have been reported that na irrigated. Pero kung puntahan natin, kahit yung lasing mismo na umatin sa birthday ng tatay ko doon sa farm na tinutukoy ko, doon natulog mismo sa kanal dahil walang tubig. So, kailangan nilang ayusin yung nirereklamo ko because I know that is only a tip of the icebergs. Buong Pilipinas, marami silang nire-report na irrigated ng National Irrigation Administration. For me, national na lang yung natira at saka administration. Wala na yung irrigation. Kasi walang tubig yung mga lugar na yon. So I need those documents, Mr. Chair. Aside na may sa committee, kailangan kong aralin yan kasi na-re-elect ako. This is my continuing concern on the National Irrigation Administration. Thank you, Mr.
Ena, may sinubit ba yun niya?
Mr. Chair,
Can you provide a copy of all the NIA submissions to Congressman Dago?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, earlier PCC was, I think, given the privilege for an executive session, but I did not hear them requesting for an executive session, Mr. Chair. May we be clarified, Mr. Chair, of the status of the PCC with the indulgence of Kong Dagook so that we will also be able to know if they are NIA is requesting for an executive session, Mr. Chair. So we now have, earlier mentioned, Mr. Chair, we have 2 pending. So PCC is also requesting an executive session for the requested documents on trace profiteering in the supply chain, Mr. Chair.
I can give you a copy, but you're not supposed to share it. They're asking that because the names are named and they were not given a chance to essentially impugn the but I very much I'm willing to give you a copy of the PCC report. Sir, under investigation pa daw kasi kaya hindi nila I will give you. Parang hindi, para sa nahulog ko.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, do we have a representative from NIA?
Gillian, are you here? One of the better boys of the president. Who is representing NIA?
Yes,
NIA?
sir. Yes, sir. Admin Eduardo Edigilian is here, sir.
Oh. Tinginan tayo lahat.
Opo, kasi Mr. Chair, yung concern po namin ay sa Bulacan. Nagkaroon po kasi ng problema yung rubber gate number 3 nung May 1, 2025. So gusto lang po namin malaman yung status po ngayon ng ating pong rubber gate kasi rainy season na po tayo.
Bigyan kita na lang. Okay.
So may we know the present status of the rubber gate number 3 in Angat Dam.
Under investigation. Okay na, ibibigay. Nia? By,
Nia? Yeah. I think the gentleman. Are you from Nia?
Kasi ang problema po namin sa Bulacan, may high tide, may low tide. So yung simpleng ulan lang po, nakakaranas po kami ng pagbaha. So kung maalaman lang po namin, ano po ba ang maaaring mangyari sa amin ngayon sa Bulacan, ngayong tag-ulan po, makakadagdag ba to o kaya ba itong kontrolin? So gusto lang po namin malaman yung status po ngayon ng rubber gate number 3 po.
Mr. Chair, I was informed by the Secretary of the Good Secretary that the Secretary will be arriving in 8 minutes. Mr. Chair.
but I think by hierarchy of command, I think the Secretary of Department of Agriculture is here. He might wish to answer the question. Secretary Chu Laurel, sir.
Mr. Chair, wala na sa amin yung NIA, sir. Under OP na, sir.
Independent na sila.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So,
Mr. Chair, just for the record, no, on December 18, you required the National Irrigation Administration on the following documents. 1, percentage of abandoned projects relative to the total number of projects, referring to irrigation projects, of course. Then, list of contractors that repeatedly abandoned irrigation projects. Kasi ito po yung picture ng irrigation projects natin sa buong bansa. Then, 2024 target versus the actual performance. Data on the number of hectares of farmland being serviced by the National Irrigation Administration. Source from Angat Dam. Report on irrigation properties with informal settlers. Kasi sinasabi nila may informal settlers. Kasalanan po ba ng taong bayan yan na kayo yung agency in charge yan? Bakit nagkaroon ng informal settlers? Ibig sabihin, hindi nyo pinupuntahan. Kagaya nung isa dyan, I would like to mention yung Surigao del Norte, yung Mrs. Lariba. She keeps on reporting to Congress na okay na yung mga irrigation sa dinagat. Taga-dinagat ako. I have a complete pictures of all the irrigations. I have been reiterating year in, year out during budget deliberation. Wala pong tubig yun. But di insisting na pinuntahan nila. Siguro panahon na para itigil natin tong mga panluloko ng mga government officials na to na din report on the shutdown of irrigation projects in Cavite. Those are the reports being required by the committee, which until now, I don't know kung na-submit. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just for the record.
duly noted. I think the ComSec is hereby. So, are there any other items that members would wish to know? So, At this point, may we direct the committee secretary pwede na ba namin aprobahan yung committee report? Ano na? Sino paalisin ko dyan? Paalisin ko lahat, tapos pababalikin ko ulit. May I ask all the chairperson to please go at the back, and we approve this, and we come back, and then we present to them. So may I ask Congresswoman Villarica, Congresswoman Congressman Pancho, Congressman Dagook, Congressman, where's Congressman Imano, and Congressman, let's go. Session suspended. Please don't go. I want to finish this. This committee hearing of the Quinta Committee is hereby resumed. Congresswoman Vergara?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the committee report as amended.
Are there any objections? Hearing none. Same is approved. So now, as we are now in compliance with the rules of the House, and we can present essentially the committee report. There is a big one, a long one, and a short one. Of course, we want the short one. Okay, let's go to page 1. It's merely prefatory. Page 1. Pandi tayo makarating alas 2.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, could we hopefully present it to the LED screen so that those who are present will be able to read and follow?
Just keep asking questions about it. Kasi nga, di ba, you're not supposed to share it unless it's in the So just ask questions about it. But don't say that it's in the committee report.
Well,
Just explain.
preliminary findings. Pero pwede mo na ipakita. Manabala. Oversight committee ka ba ka? Di na nga. Preliminary findings. So, pati pala, hindi pwede tawagin committee report until it is calendared in the plenary. So, we have decided to call it the preliminary findings of the Murang Pagkain Super Committee. Now, we're ready to present it. Next. So, that's just prefatory. To investigate smuggling, price manipulation of essential goods, as well as to address hunger and promote food security. Next. These are the chairs. And then we have the recommendations of the Quinta Committee. Next. So the congressional inquiry is divided into findings and recommendations in the rice industry, high-value crops, livestock, credit, and finance. So we had 6 meetings plus this one, so we had 7. Next. So there is recommendations of the Quinta Committee are 1, proposing legislative measures, 2, revisiting executive policies, 3, addressing implementation gaps, 4, enhancing support to farmers, 5, conducting further studies. So any co-chair may raise any issue at any point of this presentation. Proposing legislative measures. May I recognize Representative Agustina Dominique Pancho, Congressman Arnon Panaligan, and Congressman Laarni Roque. So, okay, on number 1, support the reinstatement of the regulatory trade mandates of the National Food Authority to enable market interventions, thereby stabilizing supply and prices of grains. Are there any objections from any of the members of the committee? Or any comment?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
may I also include that when we reinstate the regulatory and trading mandate of the NFA, that the Department of Agriculture set a minimum support price on the purchasing price of the palay from the farmers. Therefore, so as to reflect the actual cost of production. So traders don't take advantage of the imported rice coming in saying that they have to sell their palay at a loss because the DA sets a minimum support price whereby government intervenes to buy at the correct rate so that the traders don't take advantage of the farmers.
Any support from the other members? Any objection? None. So approved as amended. Number 2, undertake a comprehensive review of Republic Act number 9295. Tagal na nito Panahon pa ni Tita Cory. As amended, otherwise known as the Cabotage Law, allow the participation of foreign vessels in domestic transshipment activities, enhancing logistical efficiency and competitiveness. Any comment? Objection? Support? Sino magagalit dito? Aboitis? Since there's no objection, so the recommendation is hereby adopted. Number 3, enact a law mandating all food establishments to provide half-cup rice servings as an option to minimize rice shortage. Any discussion? Yes, Congresswoman Pancho.
I agree, Mr. Chair. We have also to consider our health conditions.
Any further discussion? Are we missing anything here? Hanggang half price ka ba talaga lang? Okay.
Mr. Chair, maybe the
Yes.
customers can ask if they want 1 cup, half cup of rice.
Okay, so let's amend this. Asking retailers or Jollibee and all the other retailers to give the option of half price or 1 cup instead of just serving 1 cup. Okay. Are there any objections? Hearing none, same is approved. Let's now go to page number 5. Rice and high-value crop. Urge the Tariff Commission to evaluate the current tariff rates on rice at the prescribed under EO 62, modifying the nomenclature to determine whether the current rates remain appropriate given prevailing domestic production conditions and import dependency. Any comment?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ria Vergara.
I strongly urge the Secretary of Agriculture to reconsider reverting the tariff rates to the pre-existing rate of 35% and to review the Executive Order number 62, which lowered the rate to 15% to protect our local farmers from the imported rice coming in.
So given the sensitivity of this number, may I ask the members what are their comments? Roque, 35 or nothing?
35, sir.
Dago,
Mr. Chair.
I support it, Mr. Chair. 35.
Panaligan. Ang dami mong mag-uuma dun sa saan ba yun? Sa Pamalayan? Is that under you? Yeah, okay. Congresswoman Pancho. What? 35. Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Villarica. 35. Okay. Congressman.
Mr. Chair, before I decide on 15 or 35, may we know if that has been reviewed by the Tariff Commission already, Mr. Chair?
May I ask if, is there anybody here from the TRN? Let's ask first from exactly the person. Sinong TRN dito? Kung wala, then we will ask the Secretary. Secretary Laurel?
Mr. Chair, Thank you for the opportunity. Basically, every 4 months, sir, we are meeting with NEDA and the stakeholders, with the Tariff Commission and other government agencies. The last review, which was 2 months ago, the position namin ng NEDA is basically to recommend a gradual increase towards attaining 35% babalik. Pero parang from 15 to 35, that might create a big shock sa market again and even to the world market. So ang gradual increase ang aming suggestion, maybe plus 10, then another 5, plus 5, then eventually reach 35% duty, back to 35% duty. Thank you,
So, can I just ask a question? Who speaks for the consumers, sir?
During that meeting, nandun, sir, yung SINAG, nandun yung FFF, yung Federation of Free Farmers, and andun din si Attorney Insyong minsan, no? Sa meeting na yun.
During the 2008 rice crisis, when it shot up to 1,300 per metric ton, but the rice prices did not go as high because we were able to come up with how do you call that? A commodity, not lending, but a commodity agreements with Vietnam, virtually making the, well, this is it, that it is not about the tariff, it is about the certainty of supply that essentially determines the rice price direction. Because I was there, and I was with the President. I was the Presidential Chief of Staff. And I saw that it is really the certainty of supply that determines the direction of the price rather than the tariff itself. But of course, people can take advantage of the tariff. I leave it to the Secretary to further modify the recommendations of this committee. So, let's go
Mr. Chair,
to page, yes.
Last, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
If
sir.
it earlier it was mentioned that 35% that is gradual, may we know the time frame if it's gradual, the recommendation of the Tariff Commission, Mr. Chair?
Basically, Mr. Chair, ang idea in order to na hindi tayo maapektuhan in case we increase gradually nga, ita-timing yan, depende sa harvest season ng ating mga major suppliers, no? Like, let's say, for Vietnam, ang next harvest season nila is towards September. Ang Pakistan naman is towards the December. So parang ganun eh. Kasi kung tinaas natin taripa, hindi naman sila nag-harvest, it will just mean for mas mataas na presyo ng bigas for us eh, no? So we're getting the data nung lahat ng supplying nations sa atin na yung kailan yung peak harvest nila, doon namin the timing, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, gradual is actually better, but with the way it was explained earlier, I vote for 35 right away, outright, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, may I? I just received information from SINAG that the Tariff Commission wrote them a letter just today, June 11, meron na final recommendation yung Tariff Commission on in quota, out quota, and the 35%. So I haven't read the actual report, so I will just get back to you, sir.
Ano yung MAV niyan? Ano yung MAV niyan above which it becomes 35?
In quota is 35 eh. Tapos yung out quota is 50 for most
The volume?
MFN yan eh.
Anyway, I will not confuse the issue anymore.
Thank you, sir.
So, let's go to the next page. I think this is merely to disabuse the view of many in our community, especially in the body politic of the Philippines, that this Congress is very serious with respect to the job it's taking. So when we went into the Quinta, we precisely had our view towards making very substantive or even transformative recommendations. So, can we go to the next page? Addressing implementation gaps. Advocate for the prompt enforcement of the Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act, or RA 12022. Wala pa bang IRR to, sir? Sa'yo ba to? Is this customs? Sabihin, nagkaroon tayo ng batas na walang IRR?
There's a
Yes, Jed.
Sir, there's supposed to be a council formed under this particular amendment of the act, and that particular council, composed of government agencies, will be the one to formulate a implementing rules and regulations.
Ano solution nyo dito? Dagook. Baka makita ko yung records doon sa plenary, ikaw may pakana ng council.
Let the agency mandated by law to carry out the provisions of the law. Kahit naman walang IRR yan, halimbawa, kung sinasabi naman yan na yung specific agency ang tinumbok na mag-implement, yung batas mismo ay mahigit pa sa IRR yan.
Nakailan pa to? September? Uy, mag-annual ano na siya?
Mr. Chair,
The DOJ, can you answer?
Mr. Chair, nandito.
May I recognize Ferginil Biron, my good friend, from way back during my first term as congressman. Somebody from DOJ?
Mr. Chair, good morning. From
yes.
the DOJ, OIC Director Cesar Francisco from the OFC. Sir, the Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Council already met 3 times during this year and has approved the rules of engagement and the rules on enforcement procedure and the seizure of goods as provided under the RA 12022. And it was published, or the resolution was approved last May 28, Mr. Chair, and this is public information. And there are already ongoing efforts to enforce the AAES, sir. And the rules were approved by the members, including the DOJ, the Department of Agriculture, the Philippine Competition Commission, and the other relevant agencies, Mr. Chair.
So the council, on a per rule basis, deputize somebody to implement a particular, because you're just a council. You're not an implementing agency.
Yes, Mr. Chair. The implementation of the AAES is actually lodged on the enforcement group, which is identified under the law. It is composed of the PNP, the NBI, the DOF, and the Philippine Coast Guard. And they will be, they are tasked to enforce this. And the DA was also deputized to implement the law, Mr. Chair.
So may kulang ba? Wala.
Sir, wala naman po, sir. And the law itself provides that it is self-executory, Mr. Chair.
So if you catch it in the seas, is that first border, second border?
First, Mr. Chair.
Sir?
First border, Mr.
So
Chair.
okay. We have a question from the Zoom. My good friend, Congressman Reyes. You recognize, sir?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Chair. No, sorry, I might have been a miscom. I don't have a question. Thank you.
Ano daw? Anyway, all I heard was thank you. So that means that's the end. So may we now go to the livestock, poultry, and dairy industries. Next. This is the committee report. We will provide you a copy, but once it's these are the synopsis, basically. Okay. Streamline regulatory process to expedite evaluation. Approval of ASF vaccines for commercial use while maintaining safe and efficacy standards in line with the global best practice. Nasa batas to, sir? Yung in-approve natin? So, nasa iyo yan. Number 2, upgrade the minimum access volume. Based on WTO ba to? Ang MAV nito to reflect actual market demand and consumption patterns, improving responsiveness and transparency in the allocation of the import quotas? Nasa batas din, sir?
Mr. Chair, wala sa batas yan, sir, pero it's within the power of DA, and we are actually fixing it. We are now finalizing yung new MAV policy natin by, will be finished by July.
Finished by July. Expedite the construction of cold examination facility area to enhance the DA's capacity for first border inspection of containerized agricultural products, ensuring strict compliance with SPS and reducing the incidence of smuggling. May pera ka na, sir?
Mr. Chair, yung sa Gensan matatapos, then yung sa Angat malapit na rin.
Angga?
Yes, sir. Yun yung original site, sir, ng CEFA even before my time, sir.
Angat is where?
Bulacan, Mr. Chair.
Malapit sa... ano pala to, no? Akala ko isda. Ano pala to?
Mr. Chair, Admin Glenn is here from NIA. Maybe we can ask him
we
about
will go to him after we...
okay, sige, Mr.
Sorry,
Chair. Oo po.
para we can finish this. Sorry talaga. Rice and high-value craft, enhancing support to farmers. Cut high production costs by augmenting the budget of the DA to bolster competitiveness of rice and high-value crop production. 1. Expanding the number of seed certification centers and broadening the distribution of high-yield, climate-resilient seed varieties to improve crop productivity and quality. Sir?
Mr. Chair, ang ginagawa ho natin para sa high-value crops, we just started to reorganize everything. Masyadong kalat yung high-value and yung functions ng iba-ibang bureaus and agents, research agencies. So parang gagawin, sir, namin is we will propose something like the Animal Industry Authority na parang structure na gano'n para maging line agency ulit yung...
Parang flora and fauna.
Yes.
Parang
Para
ganun.
malinaw and may accountabilities bawat isa, and we hope to finish that before the end of the year. Thank you, sir.
Next, enhancing the research and development and government support to develop real-time market intelligence system and advanced agricultural technologies. Any comments, sir?
We totally agree with that statement, and we are increasing the budget for 2026 for research and development. So kailangan talaga, like onions. Our onions, we can produce only, let's say, 4 to 5 tons per hectare, but in China, it's like 8 to 9 tons. So we're putting up a research center in Bongabon, Nueva Ecija, no, for onion research for planting material, among others, Mr. Chair.
From where to where? From how much to how much?
From 5 tons per hectare to 8, 9 tons per hectare.
I mean the budget.
Maliit lang, sir. For the research center, it's about 20 million, sir.
20 million. Prioritizing the allocation of fiscal year 2025 budget and appropriation of FY 2006 budget towards R&D in agricultural technologies to equip farmers with critical market intelligence and real-time data analytics. I think this refers to the dissemination of the intelligence or the any projects or any being conducted by the DA with respect to dissemination of knowledge and technology.
Mr. Chair, ang command center ng DA for almost everything from rice, high-value crops, livestock will be completed by October this year. Once
Anong pangalan?
ang command center sa digitalization platform namin, it will be finished by October this year. Then we'll be meanwhile we're collecting all the data because the way I feel is we have to give the accurate data, no, sa mga farmers natin and of course other government